Hey guys, today I'm going to show you a rule for rounding that will hopefully make it a little bit easier. It's always best to use number lines if you have one, or if you can draw one out. If not, then hopefully this can help you. So our rule is 5 or higher, round up, 4 or less, round down. So 5 is kind of at that peak, and then anything 5 and up, you're gonna keep going up. 4 or lower, you're just gonna keep going down. So we're gonna try this out. So let's try with a couple of 10s. So let's do 146. So if we're doing 146, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to underline my 10s place because that's what I'm rounding to. So I'm gonna underline the 40, right, that 4, and then I'm going to look right next door. And when I look next door, I see that I have a 6. Well, I'm gonna go back up to my rule and let's see. 5 or higher, round up. And I know that 6 is higher than 5, so I'm going to round up. So 146 actually rounds up to 150. All right, let's try again. Let's do 255. So I'm gonna take my red marker again. I'm going to underline my 10s place because I'm still looking at my 10s. You'll have to make sure you always pay attention to that. So I'm looking at my 10s place, it has my 50 right there, but I'm going to look next door and I see that I have a 5 and my rule says 5 or higher, round up. So 255 is actually going to round up to 260. Okay, and then we're gonna try to do one more. Make sure you guys can see it. Let's do 421. So I'm going to underline my 10s place, which is the 20, right? That's my 10s place. And I'm going to look next door and I see that I have a 1. So I'm gonna go back up to my rule. 4 or less, round down. So I'm going to round down. 421 is going to turn into 420 because that's what it's closest to. Okay, and then before we go, I'm going to do a couple of the hundreds. So this will be my 100 side. And let's just do 2 of them. Let's do 435 and let's do 672. So now that I'm looking at my hundreds, I need to underline my hundreds. So this one will be 400 and I'm going to look right next door because that always helps me determine how I'm going to round. I see that I have a 3, so I'm going to go back up to my rule. My rule says 4 or less, round down. So because it's a 3 and it's less than 4, I am rounding down. So 435 will round down to 400. And my last one, it's kind of hard to see because it's at the bottom down here, 672. I'm going to underline 600 because that's my hundreds place and that's what I'm rounding to. I'm going to look next door right there. I see that it's a 7, back up to my rule, 5 or higher, round up. So my 7 is going to push this up. And because I'm rounding to hundreds, I'm going to push my 6 up to a 700. And that is how you round. It's a little hard to see. That's how you round with our rule. And if you tried this on a number line, it would get you the exact same answers. And that's always a great way to check if you're unsure until you practice enough to where you feel comfortable with it. All right, guys, have a great day.